Another critical responsibility for the people at the top of the organisation is to be nurturing the people who are coming up through the organisation, the people who can take the future leadership posts, the future critical posts, key posts in the organisation, making sure that they are getting the right development, that they're getting the right opportunities, that they're getting the right sort of people management.
Yeah, I think from a legal perspective, what one often sees is that where individuals have progressed through an organisation, the basic legal documents haven't kept pace, and quite frequently one can find quite senior people with a 2-page contract that was written when they joined the office as the proverbial postboy or girl 20 years earlier. When one then comes to a situation where they've become senior and perhaps have key value to the organisation in terms of their responsibilities, their relationships, their external relationships, if and when that person leaves, the contract's going to be interpreted at the time it was made and not at the time that they leave. So in the context, for example, of a non-compete covenant, it's unlikely to be much use, even if one was drafted originally, when the circumstances have changed and the individual has moved on. So well-managed businesses will know, and good in-house lawyers will know, of the need to make sure that employment contracts keep pace with an individual's progress as they are promoted and move up, and face the issues that the individual is facing in the right way. So that is a deterrent step, if you like, a preventive measure. I think the challenge on top of that is to make sure that individuals are mentored and are encouraged and are promoted, and that businesses don't lose sight of the internal resource that's available to them.
And I think there's a third angle on what you two have both said, because I think leadership has a key responsibility to keep an eye on those below, the old-fashioned idea of making yourself redundant. But in this more complex paradigm, the organisation, of course, has a key responsibility, as you said, contractually, to make sure things are up to date, which sadly they're not. And then the third side, which is what we're talking so much about, is the employee responsibility, to make sure they're equipping themselves with these new competences of future-orientated thinking, of leadership, so the whole thing can become seamless and work effectively.
Yeah.